Hey folks, we're back. I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office, North Georgia's only live online morning show. We are having a gay old time this morning, and I don't mean Flintstones. How many of you understand actually what I'm talking about? Do you understand what I'm talking about when I say that, Amanda?
Yes.
So you do understand the Flintstones, they had a gay old time?
I do. That was my favorite show.
Okay. You know what I never understood?
What?
Why Fred ordered the ribs knowing the car would tip over. I mean, every time you go to the drive-in, Fred gets the ribs. He knows that car's going to tip over.
Well, you know, there's always that. He has a little faith, I guess.
You know who Fred is? Fred is the Republicans.
You think so?
Yeah, Fred is a Republican because he always orders the ribs knowing the car is going to tip over. Republicans always fall for thinking the media likes them, knowing they're going to kick them in the ass first chance they get. Yeah. Always. They always act like the media the media likes me. No, yeah. They love me. We are friends. Chuck Todd, would you like to come to lunch? We're having a gay old time because it is page 6. We normally do not do this on the show. I wish I had like one of those really a paisley jacket or something, flowered prints. I mean, something really explosive this morning to wear on the show because we're doing a page 6 segment. Melania Trump, do that damn girl. All I got to do is say damn girl and that better fly up. What is it? Where's that? There you go. All right. So anyhow, I'm watching, I have to say it 3 times to get it out. I'm watching MSNBC this morning.
Ugh.
And there's Joe Scarborough, and I'm waiting at 6 o'clock, right? At 6 a.m., I'm waiting because I know Joe's going to come out. And the top story this morning on MSNBC is going to be how the Republicans hold on to Arizona House seat. I mean, I'm flipping and I'm thinking, Melania, I can't take that no more, okay? I mean, how do you expect me to do a show and take Melania off there? I have to stay focused. My gosh. Drinking and partying all night with your friends and come to damn work the next morning knowing it's a work night.
Oh my gosh. I was in labor and delivery, by the way. Everyone. My best friend had her 3rd baby. Not drinking. No drinking involved.
Your best friend had a baby?
She had her 3rd baby.
Okay, congratulations. Let's move on. All right. Anyhow, everything okay? You know, I'm supposed to ask, everything okay? How is the mother? Is the mother okay?
She is doing wonderful.
That's great. And the baby?
I'm a proud aunt. He is doing amazing.
And the father?
He is doing okay. He made it. He made it through.
Okay, now that I sound very sensitive, concerned, and there's a side of me you don't. Okay, Republicans hold on to Arizona House seat. I was waiting for MSNBC this morning to tell me that. I was waiting for them to come out because they would have blasted the front page. Another one flips. The blue wave. All the above. But it didn't happen. I mean, I'm serious. Yesterday, the Dems were hopeful. Republicans hold on to the Arizona House seat that nobody will tell you about today because it didn't flip blue for the media. Republican Debbie Lesko, okay, she is the projected to win Arizona's nationally watched special election, fending off a strong challenge from Democrats who have been overperforming in deep red seats. Was all that necessary? Lesko, a former state senator, defeated Democrat Harrell, I don't know the name, a former emergency room doctor, a first-time candidate, on Tuesday night in a solidly Republican district. President Trump won by 21 points. This is always what the measuring stick is. In 2016, the Associated Press called the race minutes after the first batch of votes came in, which were early ballots, Lesko led with 53% compared to the other guy who was at 47%. The results are likely to change as in-person election ballots are counted. Okay, so they called this race, okay? They called this race. The Associated Press called the race minutes after the first batch of votes came in. All right? Now, yesterday, this lady holds on to the House seat, a special election in Arizona. Again, Debbie Lesko, we thought we would tell you that, and she is Republican, by the way. A Republican can win, did win, hold on to a red district that Donald Trump won by 21 points. So I really thought the media would go with that this morning, and they have not. That somehow this is missing the front page on MSNBC and CNN this morning, okay? So that being said, a Republican can win. Now, moving right along, we have next week, we have Macron, okay, and this is a serious side. So Macron is going to, President Emmanuel Macron from France is going to address Congress today, okay, and that's not unusual. Let's say this. Let's have some fun. How many Democrats will not show up for this French president address of Congress? Remember Bibi Netanyahu? Remember Bibi? Remember when Bibi and not only did they not show up, they wanted to stand up and walk out. Remember, they stood up and walked out on Bibi when the Prime Minister of Israel addressed Congress to let them know how serious this Iran nuclear deal, how dangerous the deal is, and how dangerous allowing Iran to continue what they're doing. And they got up and walked out. I wonder how many Democrats will get up and walk out today. Okay, that being said, moving right along here, Macron is going to address Congress. And then Macron is going to go home. And I told you yesterday, Macron was sent over as a precursor. Is that what it's called? He was sent over to tell Donald, look, the EU is your ally, and you need to stop making the EU look bad. You understand? We have the Brexit that we're trying to correct that now with Great Britain, the England, those people over in England with Brexit. The last thing we need is the EU to totally collapse. And it could be well on its way. So we need you to back off on the tariffs thing. Realize you're the ally, we're allies, and let's work something out here. Also, the Iran deal, let's not push to pull out of that so fast. Plus also the Trans-Pacific Partnership, let's rethink that. And by the way, is Bloomberg anywhere around so I can get the $4 million or whatever he's supposed to pony up for the Paris climate deal to pay your part? And by the way, you need to get back in the Paris climate deal. So that's what Macron was supposed to come over and do, and it didn't exactly take. Now, we will see in time if Donald comes out and says we're going to renegotiate the Paris climate deal. I have heartburn thinking about it, but let's see what he says. We will see in time on how this works out, but I don't think Donald Trump budges. I think they're budging his way. So, you know, somebody said this morning, well, maybe Macron picked Donald Trump's pocket. I don't believe so. I don't believe that happens. First of all, he's from New York. Second, he knows how to prevent himself from having his pocket picked, okay? Do not use that kind of moving right along here. Macron is going home, and I think Donald Trump moved him. Now, you know who is coming next week because she sent her son, but Angela Merkel will be here. Angela, the chancellor, the German chancellor, all right, will be here next week. There is Angela. I can't see across the room. That better be. Why did you put such a nice picture? I always look at one where I always look for one where they're smirking or making a face or mean as hell. I I'm trying to paint her as the mean one that's coming. His evil
I
mother.
think she looks just too completely happy in this picture.
I can't tell. Okay. So anyhow, the German Chancellor, Angela Merkel, will be here next week. And she will go in there and she will say, my son, Emmanuel Macron, was here. And he failed us. Let's see what happens. But put this together. Put this in the let's see what happens next week. Because Angela's not going to, let's see how Donald does there. The media went nuts because, the one time that Donald Trump was with the German Chancellor, he said, I look out the window. I love this line. This is on the list of why Donald Trump, okay? This is on the list of why Donald Trump, all right, is a great president. He just is. And he was elected. So he looked at the German Chancellor and he says, I look out the window and everywhere I look, there's German cars flying back and forth. Zoom, 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 everywhere. He looked over, he said, hey, over in Germany, do you see Fords and Chevys? Do you see our cars flying back and forth? Oh my God, he may have upset her. I mean, I know I work for the elite media and I drive a BMW and my daughter drives a BMW and there's 3 BMWs in the garage. But what does that have to do with anything? And by the way, they make them in South Carolina, Donald. Really? So how many Chevy plants do we have in Germany? How many Ford plants do we have in Germany? Maybe we do. How many? Just saying. So next week, Angela Merkel will be here, and we will know after that how Donald Trump, the globalist side of the world, is showing up. We'll see what's happening. We hope that nobody is moving Trump the wrong direction. So we're going to move right along from that. I'm going to take another break. We're going to come back and talk about Ronnie Jackson. Amanda, did I not tell you when you started, when I sit down with you, right? I said to you, no drinking on the job, didn't I?
Wow.
No, that wasn't the answer.
I don't think that ever possibly even came up. So no, you didn't. We did not discuss that.
Oh,
but just to let the audience know, I have not been drinking on the job.
But if I would have told you that was wrong in the first place, right?
I'm going to cut you.
All right. Yeah, let's go to break, by the way. We'll be right back.